Every time those 4 words leave your lips, every time you look at your bank account, sigh in defeat, and declare to the world, "I am so broke," you are not simply describing your current reality. You are actively architecting your future poverty. You are commanding the universe to shut the heavy iron gates of abundance. The masses out there, the people trapped in the suffocating cycle of debt, they speak of their lack constantly. They joke about it with their co-workers. They complain about it at the dinner table to their children. They wear their financial struggle like a perverse badge of honor. And they wonder why the heavy chains of debt never, ever break. They do not realize that the human tongue is the pen that writes the destiny of the soul. I have seen men of great intellect die with empty pockets simply because they could not tame their own mouth. I saw it first with devastating clarity in my own bloodline. The year was 1974. My grandfather, Eliyahu, was a man whose hands were permanently stained and calloused from the brutal labor of a machinist. He worked from before the sun breached the horizon until the streetlights flickered on in the cold. Yet, despite his exhausting labor, we were always barely surviving. The reason was a poison he kept hidden just behind his teeth. Every time a bill arrived in the mail, every time the rent was due and the jar was empty, he would throw his heavy hands in the air and shout, "We are ruined! We have nothing! I am broke!" It was his daily mantra. He thought he was just venting his frustration. He did not know he was cursing the very walls of our home. I remember a freezing November evening. The creditors were threatening to seize his tools, the only livelihood he knew. He sat by the unlit stove, shivering, repeating his dark mantra of defeat. "I am broke. It is over." That night, the elder rabbi of our community knocked on our door. He did not bring money or charity. He brought a terrifying, illuminating truth. He looked my grandfather dead in his tired eyes and said, "Eliyahu, the Almighty is listening to your decrees. You keep telling heaven that your vessel is empty, shattered, and useless. Why on earth should heaven pour its sacred water into a shattered cup?" That was the night my grandfather was forced to change his tongue. And within 3 years, he did not just pay his debts, he owned the entire machine shop.
I am going to reveal to you the profound spiritual danger of speaking your poverty and the exact words you must replace it with. But before I hand you the very keys to this blueprint, I must separate the builders from the tourists. I am not here to whisper sweet consolations to the masses who secretly love their victimhood. I am here to forge a new reality for those who are ready to take absolute responsibility for their frequency. If you are still addicted to complaining about your lack, if you find comfort in telling people how hard your life is so they will pity you, leave this video right now. Go back to sleep. But if you are ready to command your reality, if you are ready to wield your words like a master architect, go to the comments right now and declare this: "My words create my wealth." Type it. "My words create my wealth." Anchor that decree into the physical realm. My grandfather almost starved his family because of a phrase he thought was harmless. I will give you the exact formula to reverse this curse, but if you do not comprehend the terrifying mechanics of how your words build or destroy your reality in the spiritual realms, the formula will be utterly useless to you. You are exhausted, aren't you? You are tired of the constant low-level anxiety that hums in your chest every time you have to pay for groceries. You look at your bank balance, you feel that familiar knot tighten in your stomach, and automatically, almost unconsciously, you whisper to yourself, "I can't afford this. I am so broke." You think it is just a passing thought. You think it is just a realistic, harmless assessment of your situation. You are deeply, dangerously mistaken. In the ancient, hidden wisdom of the Kabbalah, we are taught the supreme power of Dibbur, the spoken word. Look at the very foundation of creation in the Torah. The Creator did not build the universe with his hands. He spoke it into existence. Let there be light, and there was light. Words are not merely vibrations of air hitting an eardrum. Words are spiritual containers. They are forces of architecture. When you speak, you are literally giving shape to the invisible energies of the universe. When you declare, "I am broke," you are casting a dark, heavy decree over your own mazal, your destiny, and your luck. You are committing a severe form of Lashon Hara, the evil tongue. The masses believe Lashon Hara is only about gossiping about your neighbor. No, the most destructive Lashon Hara is the curse you speak over your own life. You see, the divine abundance, the Shefa, is constantly waiting to pour down upon you. It desires to fill your kli, your spiritual vessel. But your vessel is formed by your consciousness and articulated by your speech. When you say, "I am broke," you are signaling to the heavens that your identity is tied to emptiness. You are telling the universe, "I am a broken vessel," and the universe obeys your command. The Shefa hits a barrier of your own making and diverts away from you, flowing directly into the pockets of those who speak the language of abundance. I had to learn this the hard way. During my years studying deep in the yeshiva, I would look around at our community. I saw men who possessed immense intellectual brilliance, men who worked harder than anyone else, yet they were constantly drowning in debt. And then I observed the wealthy, the silent generational millionaires. They were not always the smartest in the room, but I noticed a peculiar, unbreakable habit. No matter what happened, a market crash, a bad real estate investment, a temporary loss of cash flow, they never, ever allowed the words of poverty to cross their teeth. They never identified with lack. This was my awakening. I realized that wealth is not just mathematics, it is frequency, it is discipline of the tongue. A few years ago, a young man came into my study. He was a brilliant software developer, constantly launching businesses that would almost succeed and then violently fail at the last minute. He sat across from my desk, buried his face in his hands, and said, "Rabbi, I am just a broke loser. I guess I'm destined to struggle." I slammed my hand on the desk. I startled him. I told him he was committing financial suicide right in front of my eyes. His problem was not his code, nor his market strategy. His problem was his mouth. He used the language of poverty to excuse his failures and protect his fragile ego. I put him on a strict, unbreakable verbal fast. I forbade him from ever saying those 4 words again. I gave him the exact blueprint substitution I am going to give you.
It was agonizing for him at first. The habit of poverty is a deep psychological addiction, but within 6 months, the shift in his mazal was undeniable. He didn't just find an investor, he found a partner who bought his firm for high 7 figures. The exact moment he stopped cursing his own kli, the Shefa flooded in. The masses will mock this concept. They will say, "Rabbi, if I have $0 in my bank account, saying I am broke is just being honest." And that's exactly why the masses will remain poor until the day they are buried in the earth. They describe their current reality, and by describing it, they trap themselves in it forever. Jewish billionaires do not describe their reality, they dictate it. You are standing at the edge of a precipice. The tension you feel in your chest right now is the violent collision between the old, poor version of yourself and the wealthy architect you are meant to become. I am about to reveal the 4 exact words you must eradicate from your vocabulary immediately, and the ancient phrasing you must replace them with, a phrasing that tricks the physical world into aligning with wealth. The question is, are you prepared to govern your tongue?
Let the old, impoverished version of you die right here, in this exact second. The 4 words that you must eradicate from your life forever. The 4 words that are actively assassinating your financial future are simply this: I am so broke. Listen to the terrifying anatomy of this phrase. It is not just a complaint, it is a spiritual decree of self-destruction. In the ancient Hebrew traditions, the concept of identity is sacred. When you say the words, I am, you are invoking the very core of your existence. You are making a declaration to the Creator of the universe about who you fundamentally are. And what do you attach to your sacred existence? The word broke. Think about what that word actually means in the physical world. When a glass falls from the table and shatters into 1,000 useless pieces, it is broke. It cannot hold water. It cannot serve its purpose. It is swept up and thrown into the garbage. When you look at your bank account and declare, I am broke, you are not saying, I currently lack cash. You are telling the universe, my identity is shattered. My vessel is destroyed. I am incapable of holding the Shefa, the divine abundance. Do not pour anything into me, because it will only spill onto the floor. You curse your own kli. You command the heavens to treat you like a shattered cup. This is the secret difference between the masses and the Jewish billionaires I have mentored for decades. A Jewish billionaire could lose his entire liquid fortune tomorrow in a catastrophic market crash. He could have $0 in his checking account, but if you ask him how he is doing, he will never, ever say, I am broke. He will say, I am temporarily illiquid, or he will say, my funds are currently deployed elsewhere. Or he will simply smile and say the ancient words, Baruch Hashem, bless the name. I have everything I need. My wealth is just in motion. Do you see the profound psychological and spiritual difference? The billionaire completely separates his eternal identity from his temporary cash flow. He knows his kli is whole. He knows he is a master architect of wealth, even if his pockets are empty for the afternoon. Because he protects his identity with his tongue, the universe rushes to refill his accounts. His mazal remains intact. The masses do the exact opposite. They fuse their self-worth to their checking account. If the account is empty, they believe they are empty. I am giving you the tool to stop this hemorrhage today. You must perform a radical rewiring of your speech. Every time you are faced with a financial obstacle, every time you look at a bill you cannot currently pay, every time your friends start complaining about the economy and invite you to join their pity party, you must bite your tongue until it bleeds if you have to. You will not say those 4 words. Instead, you will use the 4 words of the blueprint. My wealth is building. Say it. My wealth is building. When you cannot afford the dinner at the restaurant, you do not say, I'm too broke to go. You say, I am choosing to keep my wealth deployed elsewhere right now. When the electricity bill arrives and you feel that cold panic rising in your throat, you physically touch the paper. You take a deep breath and you declare, my vessel is whole and my wealth is building. This is not some cheap, modern, positive affirmation. This is the ancient law of Hakarat Hatov, recognizing the good and commanding the physical reality to bend to your spiritual authority. You are creating a vacuum of faith, and the universe abhors a vacuum. When you act, speak, and breathe like a vessel that is whole and ready, the Creator is obligated by His own laws of nature to fill you.
Let us go deeper, because I know the cynic inside your mind is currently fighting this wisdom. I can hear the objection forming in your throat right now. You are asking, Rabbi, if I have exactly $10 to my name and I am holding a bill for $100, am I supposed to just lie to myself? Am I supposed to walk around in a state of delusion, pretending I am a millionaire when I am not? Listen to me carefully. The blueprint does not teach delusion. It teaches authority. There is a massive structural difference between acknowledging a temporary physical fact and declaring a permanent spiritual identity. Imagine 2 merchants out on the open sea, both caught in a violent, terrifying storm. The waves are crashing over the deck and the ship is taking on water. The first merchant, operating with the mindset of the masses, falls to his knees. He looks at the water rising around his ankles. He throws his hands in the air and he screams to the heavens, "The ship is broken. We are sinking. I am a dead man." He has identified himself with the disaster. Because he has decreed that he is already dead, his mind shuts down. He stops fighting, he stops bailing water, and the ocean swallows him whole. The second merchant, operating with the mindset of a master builder, sees the exact same rising water. He does not deny the water is there. He does not pretend it is a sunny day, but he refuses to curse his ship. Instead, he grips the wheel, he looks at his crew, and he shouts, "The hull is breached, but the ship is strong. Bring the buckets. We are bailing the water, and we are sailing through this storm." He acknowledged the temporary condition without destroying his ultimate identity. He did not say, "I am a dead man." He said, "I am a captain navigating a problem." And because he commanded life, his mind instantly formulated a strategy to survive. This is exactly what you must do with your money. When you look at an empty bank account, the poor man says, "I am broke." He surrenders to the ocean. The wealthy man looks at the exact same empty account and he says, "My current liquid reserves are low. My cash flow requires a new strategy. I must build a new bridge for the Shefa to reach me." Do you feel the difference in your chest when you say those 2 things? "I am broke" is a heavy, dark iron door slamming shut in your face. "My cash flow requires a strategy" is an open window. It is a puzzle, and the human mind, your mind, created in the image of the infinite, is the greatest puzzle-solving machine in the universe. But it only solves the puzzles you instruct it to solve. Every time you say, "I am broke," you give your brain permission to stop working. You give it permission to turn on the television, sit on the couch, and bathe in self-pity. But when you declare, "My wealth is building, and I am currently formulating my next move," you command your subconscious mind to hunt for opportunities. You will start seeing money where others see dirt. You will start seeing assets where others see trash. In our sacred texts, we speak of emunah, true, unshakable faith. But emunah is not passively waiting for God to drop a bag of gold on your lap. Emunah is the absolute conviction that the universe is rigged in your favor and that your words are the steering wheel of your destiny. You must become the captain of your own vessel. You must ruthlessly police every syllable that exits your mouth regarding your finances. If a word does not build your empire, it is poison. Spit it out.
I am placing a heavy responsibility on your shoulders today. I am challenging you to a strict 40-day verbal fast. For the next 40 days, you are absolutely forbidden from speaking of your poverty, your lack, or your financial fears out loud. 40 days is the exact measure of time required in our tradition to destroy an old world and give birth to a new one. The floodwaters purified the earth for 40 days. Moses stood on the mountain for 40 days to receive the ultimate blueprint. If you guard your tongue with military precision for the next 40 days, I promise you a transformation that will leave you speechless. In the first 7 days, it will feel agonizing. Your ego will scream at you. Your mind will desperately want to complain about how expensive everything is, just to seek validation from the miserable people around you. You will realize to your horror how addicted you were to the language of poverty. Do not break the fast. Remain silent if you must. By the second week, a strange, powerful armor will begin to form around your mind. Because you refuse to speak of lack, you will stop feeling lack. The anxiety will dissolve into a cold, calculated calmness. You will start looking at your debts not as a curse, but as a temporary puzzle that your brilliant mind is already solving. And by day 40, your mazal will break wide open. Because you have proven to the universe that your vessel is solid, uncracked, and whole, the Shefa will begin to flow in. Unexpected checks, sudden opportunities, promotions, and brilliant ideas will strike you out of nowhere. You will walk into rooms and people will feel the heavy, undeniable frequency of a person who is destined for greatness.
The masses out there are going to click away from this video right now. They're going to open their banking app, sigh deeply, and whisper, "I am so broke." They will spend the rest of their lives building their own prisons with their own words. Let them. You can no longer save them. But you have been awakened. You now possess the blueprint. If you are serious about stepping into this new reality, if you refuse to ever curse your own vessel again, you must anchor yourself to this frequency. Subscribe to this channel right now. Make this your daily yeshiva. And if you know someone, a brother, a friend, a child who is destroying their own life with their words, send this video to them immediately. That is your first act of tzedakah, your first act of charity from your new wealthy identity. Now, before you return to the noise of the physical world, stop. Sit in silence for just one moment. Bow your head slightly and receive this blessing.
May the Creator of all language and all wealth place a guard over your mouth starting today. May He heal the cracks in your vessel that your past words have caused. May He grant you the supreme discipline to speak only of life, abundance, and power. May your home echo with the sounds of gratitude, never the sounds of lack. May your identity remain whole, your mind sharp, and your bank accounts overflowing as a testament to your unbreakable faith. You are not broken. You are a master builder. Step into your blueprint. Go and build your empire in peace.